In the glass-walled headquarters of a San Francisco tech company, Emma Collins, the confident and demanding CEO of Collins Dynamics, worked late into the night. Her office overlooked the city skyline, a symbol of her success built on relentless discipline and intellect. As she reviewed financial reports, a faint sound of footsteps echoed from the hallway. When she looked up, she saw the janitor, Daniel Brooks, quietly mopping the floor with steady, patient movements. He was always there, early mornings, late nights, never speaking unless spoken to. Emma had noticed him before, but never given him a second thought. Tonight, something was different. She overheard him softly talking on the phone, his tone full of concern. Words like children, shelter, and donation caught her attention. It seemed impossible. A janitor donating money. When their eyes met, Daniel gave a small, polite smile before continuing his work. Emma returned to her desk, but her focus was gone. The curiosity lingered. Why would a man who earned so little be helping others? That question stayed with her long after she left the office, tapping into a part of her heart she thought she had closed off years ago. Long before success replaced compassion, the next morning, Emma couldn't shake her curiosity. She called HR under the guise of routine review and asked for Daniel Brooks's employment file. What she found surprised her: 5 years of spotless service, no absences, no complaints, and no requests for raises or benefits. More curious were the voluntary deductions on his paycheck labeled Hope Haven Orphanage. The name stirred something in her. That afternoon, Emma decided to visit the address listed. The orphanage was small, worn but filled with laughter. When she introduced herself, the director smiled warmly. "Ah, Daniel," she said. "He's our guardian angel. Every month he brings a check, sometimes half his pay. Says he owes us more than we could ever know." The director explained how Daniel had once been a struggling single father, helped by the orphanage when he had nowhere else to turn. Emma listened silently, her chest tightening with an emotion she couldn't name. On her way back, the city lights blurred through her windshield. That night, when she saw Daniel again quietly cleaning the lobby, she looked at him differently, not as an employee, but as a man whose heart carried more wealth than most millionaires ever would. Over the following days, Emma found herself noticing Daniel more often. He greeted everyone with the same quiet warmth, never complaining, never drawing attention to himself. She finally decided to speak with him beyond polite small talk. One afternoon, she invited him for coffee, pretending it was part of an employee appreciation effort. Daniel hesitated but agreed. At the small cafe near the office, he seemed uncomfortable at first, unsure why the CEO wanted to talk to him. But as the conversation flowed, his sincerity began to shine. He told her about losing his wife in a car accident 7 years ago and how he had struggled to raise his little daughter, Lily. When he had nothing, the Hope Haven Orphanage had provided food, care, and shelter until he found stable work. "They helped me when no one else would," he said softly. "Now it's my turn to help others." His words struck deep. Emma listened in silence, humbled. All her success suddenly felt small compared to his simple generosity. As Daniel spoke, Emma realized she was sitting across from a man richer in spirit than anyone she'd met weeks later. Emma decided to act. She announced a new company initiative, Hearts in Action, dedicating a portion of Collins Dynamics profits to children's charities. During the company-wide meeting, she called Daniel to the stage. The janitor froze, unsure why the CEO had singled him out. Emma looked at him, her expression warm but firm. "Leadership isn't just about titles or offices," she said. "It's about compassion, courage, and quiet dedication." Daniel Brooks embodies that. The room erupted in applause. Daniel, humbled and overwhelmed, barely found words to respond. Later, Emma met him privately and offered him a new role, Community Relations Coordinator, overseeing charitable initiatives. Daniel accepted, still modest, insisting he was just doing what anyone should do. Over the following months, the Hearts in Action program funded education, housing, and essential care for hundreds of children. Daniel continued visiting the orphanage, often with his daughter Lily, and Emma occasionally joined them, watching quietly as he played with the kids. Through Daniel's example, the entire company culture began to shift. employees inspired by his humility and generosity. For Emma, the man who once quietly swept the floors of her headquarters had swept away her indifference, leaving in its place a deeper understanding. True success is measured not by wealth, but by the lives we touch and the kindness we show in boardrooms or business deals.